Sunday, the 7th of September 2014. Here's the latest update from
Neil Keenan. Hello everyone. It's been an interesting week, hasn't it, with a bunch of attacks taking place from different sources, but mostly coming from the same place. But we won't get into that right now. I have an emergency message that I should release to you. It's been brought to my attention that I have to release to you. I will read it as it came in so that you have it as I have it. The FBI and the DHS have issued an imminent terrorist attack for the greater southwest region of the United States. Following areas of probability are as follows: El Paso, Texas; Las Cruces, New Mexico; Tucson, Arizona; Phoenix, Arizona; Yuma, Arizona; San Diego, California, and the greater Los Angeles area. This has also been confirmed by local law enforcement on the NCIC DHS database system. If you know anyone in these areas, please encourage them to start planning an emergency evacuation plan that uses other than main highways with rally points to staging areas so that they can help other patriots to rally points. I will keep you posted upon receiving any new intel. As I get it, you'll get it. Okay? We'll leave it at that. That's the first thing. I had to get that out. You have to ask yourself one question. Where the hell is this thing called our government? It really is a corporation, we know. And we pay the taxes and you give them the money, but where the hell is our representation now? We got to get rid of those boys. We have to put in some real boys and who don't play the games with the Zionists and they don't play the games with the Nazis. They're on their way out soon, apparently. We should make it sooner if we can. Okay, now we can go into the letter from Emily Toohey to Gene. I haven't seen the letter yet, but I hear it's still up, but I can't find it. So Emily, if you would, be kind enough to please post it on my site, neilkeenan.com. It would help a lot. I can get it to Drake and others, Cosmic Voice, because I think there's a lot of people that have something to say to your letter. I see that you're being hit pretty hard on the replies to your letter, but I know that Gene's filtering through the replies as well, and the ones that are in your favor are not getting out in your favor. Just please, if you would, I'd like to see the letter because I know what I'm going through with Gene. And she says you want to control. But my letter, our complaint with Gene has been she wants to control. She's tried to do that with us. And it's exactly what she's saying you're doing, she was doing with us. So I have to believe that it's not accurate what she's saying, and because I know her. I know her. And you're going to go through a hard time if she keeps it up. She'll get the old girl club together, like she calls it, and you'll become the new me. And there's no reason for anybody else to go through this. It's time to stop it now, I think. I'm going to try in this post to get most of the information out. Emily, I would appreciate it if you would do that for me. If not, okay. Okay, now, the General Electric Corporation. What is the General Electric Corporation? Oh, boy. That's sort of a screwy thing, The General Electric Corporation happens to be Grandlander. He represents, they're the, I would say, this, when you register a name into a site like neilkeenan.com, you put a name in there, and it seems like General Electric happens to be Grandlander's link. Okay, because the address is Fairfield, Connecticut, East Turnpike, General Electric Corporation, Fairfield, Connecticut. So, Grandlander, you're busted, buddy. You put the cabal right up there on the damn thing for us. Not so good, but you're not the only one involved in this. There's Deems Gejoff, who played with you, Tom Sims, who played with you, Jason Lewink, who played with you as a girl, by the way, BK Lim also is there, and Denise Redenauer, believe it or not, she's part of that group. So we've got them pretty well where we want them now. They are what they are. And we can produce very easily enough what we have to produce. You can check yourselves even, okay? So the people that are writing about us right now and complaining about us and bringing up these old things that are 2 years old that we've already disposed of, they are cabal. The people, and they're all tied into Jean. They're all using Jean, actually. I don't think Jean's cabal, but Jean's acting like she's cabal because they're using her as a tool. Jean puts things up and takes them down because she knows she's wrong. She's done that a couple of times now. But Jean has been wrong a lot, and she has, I'm looking at what she did with Emily here, and it's a shame that all her friends, the people that cared about her, are all fighting with her. I mean, you people come out and you say, oh, we're with you, Jean, we're with you, Jean, but if you knew the facts, I don't know if you'd be with her or anyone. Okay, I'm not telling you to be with me either. Okay, now let's go to the next one, the Drake letter. The Drake letter was a farce of a letter. Drake sent a nice letter to Jean. She took it, she twisted it, she stated this is her interpretation, but she's the only one in the world who would interpret it that way because I saw it. She told me to stay out of it at the time. I didn't. I advised Drake because I didn't think there was any reason for someone to be so maligned for something that didn't exist. You've never seen that letter. You never saw it. You never will. She'll never show it to you. Now she's saying I'm threatening her life. Jean Scoville, with 2 N's, Jeanne, Scoville, she put a comment up on neilkeenan.com. It's still there. You can see it. And I gave her an answer. I responded, and I said that we have to clean the street of the vermin before we can get to the end. And Jean, how she interpreted herself to be that vermin, only Jean knows because she's the interpreter of the first letter with Drake, which you never saw. And she's not going to be able to play with this because it's on my site. So bravo for us for putting up the site, okay? You can look at it. It's there. It makes it very clear. Had nothing to do with Jean. Jean is Jean. That's all I'm going to tell you. Jean's Jean. You take that for what it's worth. Okay, now. Okay. I'm going point to point here, which is what I'm trying to do, so we don't have to keep redoing or doing over the video. The camera is getting hot and it's not doing the job, and we've had some interference, frequency interference as well. So we're trying to do it another way. Might be better for us all. Let's get back to the first fight we had with Jean. Okay, when we changed the site, when we changed our name. We went with neilkeenan.com, the Keenan team, rather than with Jean any further. Jean feigned astonishment when she saw our own site up. Let me tell you that there was no astonishment, there was no shock. You were shocked when Jean was shocked, allegedly shocked. But Jean put that site up with Michael. And that site had been going up for a month. And when Jean wouldn't post our work, because there was some work or something already up on the site that she claimed could get more hits. And I wasn't concerned with the hits. I was concerned with the information getting out so that you'd have it so you could assimilate it before something did happen. And the answer was no. I told her I was going to post it on another site or find a way to post it. She said that she didn't say no, but that she wouldn't support it. The next morning when Michael called her, she told him no. We put up our site. And we put up our post. Anybody can confirm that, Robbie, Michael, anybody. Robbie told her to put up the first one, post, and she said no, but then she put it up, and she received more hits than any post in the history of Jean Haynes' site. Okay? So, that's enough there on that. She put that up with Michael. Okay. The Bitcoin. Okay. She claimed that I had the money when I said I didn't have a dime. Turns out that Jean was the administrator and controller of the account, and only she could release the funds. And she hadn't released any of them to me. The account was still full. Nothing had left. this is despite the fact that she said I had received the money to people saying I was bullshit and Orwellian is what she said as well. And only to find out she didn't send it out. She has sent it out since. So that's very strange again. Okay. She mentions in something today about a Skype conversation that was edited by the Keenan team. And, Keenan team had nothing to do with any Skype conversation between her and Michael. As a matter of fact, Michael told her that he wouldn't allow her to put up an edited version. As a matter of fact, Michael told her that he wasn't going to allow her to put it up. She wanted to put it up. It was her edit. She knew what she was doing. She was playing games with you again. She was trying to deceive you and delude you into believing that this is the way it is. Jean tries to create the situation for Jean. What she doesn't realize is that there's many other people here who know what's going on. Okay? And in this matter here, it was just, it was insane for her to think that it was going to happen. To go further, she asked Michael to not threaten, but to apply pressure to me. As well as she asked Count Albert too. But she tried to go to all my people to get them to put pressure on me, which I don't care if they put pressure on me or not. I'm still finishing things for you. Okay, they didn't apply pressure because they're like me and I'm like them. We help each other. We're trying to get this to the end to finish this thing. Okay, this is our thing, not my thing. It's our thing. It's got to get to the end. But Jean told Michael that if he didn't help her, she would put his family's names and addresses out there so everyone would know where they are. Okay? Basically, like Michael, who was a prosecutor at one time, says, this is blackmail. And he told her this. You cannot blackmail me. I have those Skypes. Michael has them. Jean has them. She's edited probably a page or two of her own. And she sent them out to some people that we know of. We've received a couple of calls. Anyway, just so you know, she tried to blackmail Michael. Now, yes, like I said, we're going to be going piece to piece here. Now, all this nonsense about the king of Hawaii, Kelly Da Silva, I mean, give me a break, please. The guy is the best thing since Kool-Aid, okay, in Hawaii. The guy only wants to help his people. He's the bloodline. We've got a bunch of Americans running around claiming that he's make-believe. He's fake. He did this, he did that. Well, right now with what I'm doing, we're finding out that a few Americans are fake, and it's going to get worse as we go along, okay? So now let's go to this thing here. On September 9th at 9 p.m. on RT, you will have the history of Hawaii. And I'm sure you'll meet with Kelly Da Silva on that show. I think you will anyway. Okay, that's enough said about that. Judge Naidu, Ellen Gonzalez contacted me, not called me, and told me that she sent $2,000 to Judge Naidu, $1,000 for each of her sons, and he was going to provide plane fare and he was going to provide jobs for them in Hawaii. Okay? Excuse me. And Ellen Gonzalez also told me that she was not part of Gene Haynes' team, and nor did she know Gene Haynes. Next day I find her out in the news here, internet news, with Gene Haynes stating that two $5,000 checks went out to Judge Naidu, and that he's done nothing with them. Judge Naidu has already made it clear that when he gets enough of them, he's going to put them in a folder, he's going to bring them to the bank, and that's what's going to be used to create the action. But Ellen Gonzalez, who was asked to put those notes out here, copies of them, to substantiate the judge, you're making claims that the man received your money, and the man stolen your money in your case, and not your money, somebody else's money, your money too, for the two children. Put the checks out there so we can see them. You people, Gene and you have a history of not producing anything, but talking. Put them out so we can see them. The 5,000, the 5,000, the 1,000, and the 1,000. Let us see them. Okay? You're probably not even part of the package. Okay, now we got Count Albert.